Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then like I begin to internalize it and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What,
You're not
like,
looking.
You're not even.
But I'm gonna tell you something else too. When your radar's turned off, because I dealt with that for years too. Like, and I was young, like you.
Yeah,
like
that's
oh my
not
God.
fair.
I mean,
because I don't want it, but
Yeah.
it'd be nice to know that like someone's looking.
What's up, everybody? My name is Devin Adams, CEO of Determined Athletes. Welcome to the Instant Grits Podcast. I'm your host, and I'm determined to inspire. I know that wasn't as eloquent as I usually come in when I'm saying this intro, but Patton's been throwing me off today.
All right.
But I'm happy to see Big Tree is smiling, a.k.a. Patroclus, Sir Patrocles. Big Tree fall hard.
Here we go.
Sir Snufflegis because you coughing. You okay? How you feel? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, man. My wind's a little short today, but
Big Timbo.
I'll be okay.
Tim Patron. You don't drink.
If you're gonna ask me how I am, you can't cut me off.
Excuse
can
me,
I
sir.
finish? I just told you my wind was short.
I'm sorry.
So let me say what I gotta say.
Ooh, irritable. Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Pat.
All right, no, go ahead. You finish.
I'm sorry. That's all the nicknames I have for you today. I'm gonna leave you alone.
Dev, aka P Bev, aka the Mongoose, aka the One-Armed Bandit.
I hate
There's
all
a
of
backstory
those.
behind that. I'll get that to y'all at the end.
I hate all of those names.
It's okay. It's fine.
But see, y'all
They all
trying to
fit.
blame me all the time when I've given y'all powerful, eloquent, respectable nicknames.
Well, P Bev, I still don't see what's wrong with P Bev.
He's annoying.
Exactly. But he gets the job done by any means necessary. So why would you be opposed to that?
You guys are slighting me.
That's fine.
That's fine.
It's all good.
I'm actually extremely happy today because we have our first
We got a
guest.
guest in the
But
house.
before we introduce our
Okay,
guest,
hold on.
before we introduce our guest, this guest has to do our accountability challenge this week too.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Yeah, our accountability challenge. You don't know.
He said,
okay?
do I?
So you have to do it. But you're a real one, and we already know that. So you'll be able to participate. What's our wins for the week? I'm going to give you your win because you told me that you lost another 5 pounds for the
I
week.
did, man.
That's big.
Yeah.
So we're up to what? Maybe 15 pounds?
Overall, since we started the accountability challenge, the water challenge, yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
That's big time. And
Yeah,
go ahead. I won't cut you off.
No.
You can't talk because you call.
I'm
get
good.
this out.
And
Right,
see, I was getting ready. The one time I was getting ready to give you something positive. There you go.
And you just said it the one time.
Yeah, the one time.
Because you don't, because you're a rude young boy.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
I will give a positive because I had the unfortune to take this young man to the hospital this week. He separated his shoulder.
That's that new pain, Pat.
Playing basketball, and
that's not like a sprain.
No, it's
or
I
a
mean,
muscle tear.
Yeah, the shoulder
that's a
was
new
like
pain.
it was hanging off, and I pulled up on him, and he was sitting by like a trash dump or something, you know, looking all disheveled and
But was I
everything.
crying though?
He ain't cry. He wasn't squinting. I was talking to him. He was like, "Yeah, Pat, it's all good. Come on." I'm hitting bumps. I'm like, "Oh my God, you all right?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Yep. We sat in the emergency room for three and a half hours.
Yeah, 3.5.
Waiting to be seen, and crazy, man. He took the pain that whole time, and you know they popped his arm back in socket, and you know he's sitting up here again, you know, going around like nothing ever happened. So
And went to work.
Then with them
little kids.
So
What's
big
wrong
win
with
for
your
my
arm?
guy, man.
Hey, can I hit your arm? No, don't hit my arm.
Yeah,
that's
because they see
weird.
the sling. You know, he got the sling going.
So I know we short on time today. So I'm going to tell this story the next time. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
actually
get to
a
that.
pretty funny story.
But that's the win for the week for you, bro.
Win for the week it's a blessing, and I'll talk about how it is a blessing whenever you get hurt. At least in my mindset, like I have a different mindset about this stuff.
Yep.
So that's the win. Why do we call this the Instant Grits Podcast? I'm glad you asked, Patton. We call this the
I
Instant Grits
didn't.
Podcast.
But why do we call this the Instant
I'm
Grits
glad you
Podcast?
asked,
Okay,
Mr.
then.
Patton, because everybody wants success without putting in the work, and we're
True
extremely fortunate as educators, as businessmen, trainers, musicians, to see how the lack of mental toughness and accountability is hurting our kids and hurting our community. So that's why we call this the instant grits, because sometimes people want the instant grits, but they gross. The
Yeah.
real grits that your grandmother made, those taste the best. So that's why we call it. If possible, please refer a friend. Please spread on all of our platforms. What are our platforms, real quick, Pat? Go.
We are on iTunes. We are on Spotify. We are on Google Play. We are on Stitcher. We are on Podbean
Podbean, instantgrits.podbean.com, and
podcast.
yeah, Podcast Addict.
Yeah,
Podcast Addict. Accountability challenge of the week. So we rolling. We almost done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it simple. I can't do push-ups. I can't do very much. So I'm gonna do 100 squats a day.
100 body weight squats.
100 body weight squats a day for now, and I'm also going to do 4 days a week. Make sure I get at least 4 days a week of gallon of water.
Cool.
Because we did 2 weeks straight, and I was getting used to it.
Yeah.
But I ran out of my bottle, so I got kind of lazy and trifling. I'm gonna be honest.
Told you just grab that gallon.
I'm about to just grab the gallon.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's introduce our guest now, because
Indeed.
she will be doing the accountability challenge too, right? That cough means absolutely yes, right?
Yeah, she's.
That's welcome. But go ahead, Patrick, please give us a quick intro.
So with us in the studio today is my homie, former Sixers dancer, cheerleading extraordinaire, cheerleading coach, salsa dance instructor. Like, she is a beast, a cool monster. And she just so happens to run the dance program here at Kensington Kappa High School. Great lady, monster. Please welcome Miss Amber Rawls.
Amber Rawls. If we can clap, we'll put some artificial claps in there. But, how was your day? What brought you into the school today? What were you doing?
Today, I had a little gathering with my cheerleaders to celebrate the end of a great season. So we brought in the girls, and we had food, and we had cupcakes, and we had little trinkets for them because they worked super hard this year, winning yet another championship.
Hey,
that's
for
tough.
The Philadelphia Public League Cheerleading Championship.
That's huge. Yeah, I got to put some claps in.
2 years in a row, back-to-back small division champions.
That's what's up.
Right on.
So we just had a little gathering, played some games, enjoyed each other's company, and celebrated the end of a great season, just as we start a new one Monday.
Now, would you say, like, gatherings like this, because I know that you do them often because I see it, but would you say this helps to kind of keep the girls, going and encourage them?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think when my co-coach and I do things with the girls, they really, it strengthens our bond as a team. They really see how dedicated we are. Therefore, in return, they give us the dedication back in return.
That's awesome.
Did you always grow up in performing arts, like growing up when you were younger?
Yes.
And you're from Philly?
Yes.
Oh. What type of stuff did you do growing up, type of dance? Because, like, was it all?
Dance?
With dance, performing arts
dance.
was, yeah. Like, this is a whole bunch of different styles, right?
Yes.
So which ones did you grow up doing?
Started, I can't even remember where I started. I was really young.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know, and it was numerous dance schools that I've tried when I was really young. But I do know when I first decided that dance was going to be a part of my life for the rest of my life, I was 12.
Wow.
And I was attending Freedom Theater.
Shout out to Freedom Theater, Broad Street.
Yes. Changed my life. That's the first school that introduced me to other genres besides ballet and jazz.
Okay.
I got to experience African dance. I got to experience modern. And that changed my outlook on dance altogether.
And but in my eyes, you're the salsa specialist.
Yes. So
specialize in
I kind of
salsa.
got into that after college.
Okay.
So I went through high school. I went to Kappa Performing Arts High School down, now it's on Broad Street in South Philly.
Okay.
As a dance major, and then I went to University of the Arts as a modern dance major in college. So after that, that's when I kind of fell into salsa and pursued that professionally. Traveled the world, taught, competed, won a couple championships, and that's when salsa became a big part of my life. I'm still heavily involved in this salsa community.
Do you have any new projects coming out with that or with the community that you guys are doing? Like anything coming up with that or no?
New projects, not really. I currently direct a all-ladies salsa team.
That sounds awesome. Why did you just say no, not really, but then say I'm directing?
Well,
When I hear
because I've been
directing, that's
directing
awesome.
it for a few years, so it's not new to me.
It's new to me. It's new to listen. You said directing. When you can't say directing and not minimize the importance of the word by definition. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm based out of a studio in Pensacola, New Jersey, called
Mhm.
Algorithm Dance Studio. Whoop whoop.
Shout out.
All right.
And I direct their adult ladies salsa team,
Mhm.
and I choreograph their routines, and they travel and they perform,
Mhm.
and it's a great time. They're a great bunch of women, and I get to teach them, but I also get to be friends with them.
Is salsa dancing a sport?
Ooh, good question.
I think all dancing is a sport,
All dancing,
Wow.
is a
regardless
sport.
of the genre.
Wow.
Really?
Yes,
Would you consider
We are
figure skating a
athletes.
sport?
Absolutely.
Why do people think because voting versus score is the determining factor for something being a sport? How come judges being involved in something sometimes contaminates the mindset of the fan, saying, "Oh, they're voting for it, so it's not a sport"? Have you heard that
Mhm.
before? No,
I have not heard that before.
I've grown up with that all my life.
Interesting.
Hmm.
It's I feel as though that because to base off what you were saying, if you're
Mhm.
voting on it, they tend to look at that more than the actual athleticism that goes into it.
But that's hard
Mhm.
stuff. Like dancing
Super
is
hard, man.
tough.
Listen.
I mean, we
Figure
get the
skating is
same
tough.
injuries that ball
Mhm.
players, football players, like anyone that someone may deem a sport
Mhm.
we get the same types of injuries.
So with cheerleading, if you think if people had a different mindset, they would give more resources to it. You don't have to agree with that. I'm just putting it out there. It can be no. It could be
I
some type
don't.
of. There's too many male ads out here that
I
don't.
think that that's more than anything.
What? What's every?
I
What?
think that that's more than anything. I think it's more a sexist thing.
Ah. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, even the female basketball doesn't get as much play as male basketball.
Okay.
Hey, that's a good segue too.
What?
And you guys heard that little snippet in the beginning that the Red Table Ayesha Curry interview. That was what I'm not just gonna come right at you. I'm because we're gonna bring you into this slowly since this is your first time out. But you guys heard what Ayesha Curry said, and she's getting a lot of backlash for what she came out and said on the Red Table Talk.
Patrick, hold on. Wait.
But
Pat, wait.
what am I waiting for?
Red Table Talk is kind of awesome. First of all,
It is.
Red Table
agree.
Talk is a good platform for
I
people.
didn't say anything against Red Table Talk.
You're jumping the order.
What order?
Patrick, I have an order right here. What do you mean? What order? We've done these before. I have an order. Okay, I don't mind us jumping to questions, and I know we're on a time.
Have it your way. Have
Absolutely.
It your way.
All I'm trying to say is Red Table Talk.
We have a guest, so
Are you
I'm
talking
trying to
over
be
me again?
respectful of her time.
You're talking over me
and he
again.
does the same thing to me, so I really don't know why he has a problem with it. But
I'm trying to be considerate of people's time. Can I go, please?
go ahead, sir.
Thank you. All I'm trying to say is Red Table Talk is a great platform.
Mhm.
That's all I'm trying to convey.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
That's it.
Now you're done, right?
No, I'm not done. I have a whole list of things right here. Why are you so eager?
One day.
I thought you were sick.
I am sick.
Listen.
That's why I'm trying to conserve my air so I can.
Yeah, whatever, man. All I'm trying to say is Red Table Talk is awesome. I think a lot of the interviews that they have on it is some sensitive topics, but I do think it allows you to do some self-assessment. And since this is about accountability, that hurt. Since this is about
Yeah,
accountability.
see, keep that arm still.
Sorry, what'd you say?
The bandit.
Shut up, big tree.
You haven't heard me cough yet. Yeah.
You hold
Close
your breath.
your mouth. Close your mouth.
While your chest swelling
Close
up.
your mouth.
While your chest swelling up.
Cause I'm about to
So anyway,
reach across the desk.
Patton did a good job. Patrick did a real good job putting in the sound clips today. Like I said, he's an audio guy. But yeah, go ahead. You can talk about the Ayesha Curry thing.
Ayesha Curry?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No, I mean, so I know it's a hot topic, right now, especially with people coming out and saying stuff like, "Oh, why does she want male attention?" and this is that and the third. But we wanted to kind of bring a different perspective in on it because neither one of us know what it's like to experience something like this from the through a female's eye.
We don't have a female mindset.
Right. So
it's fine.
I'm gonna actually wait to give what I thought about it when I first heard it. I was just kind of like, okay.
Well, Amber, have you heard it?
But,
You've heard the clip, right?
Okay, so I don't follow
Mm-hmm.
the Currys that much. I'm not a big sports fanatic. I did see some
Even though you dance with the
banter.
76ers.
Yes, even though that was a long time
I'm just saying, I'm just putting it
ago.
out there. That's just a little plug,
That was
you know what
in
I
my
mean?
younger years.
It's all good.
But I did see some banter on social media going
Yeah.
back and forth. So if I'm not mistaken, she mentioned that she doesn't really get attention.
Yeah.
Right.
And some of the backlash that I've heard was, why does she need the attention? Why does she want the attention? Things like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. So
Well,
Oh, yeah.
what is interesting is I actually like the fact that she prefaced it at the Red Table Talk saying it was an insecurity that she has,
right.
which means that's something that she's dealing with and she's putting it out there for everybody here. She said that it was an insecurity that sometimes she doesn't get the male attention that she feels that she doesn't desire it, but it'll be nice to have it some.
Right.
And what I know you frowning,
His face.
you're
I'm
frowning,
not frowning,
but
I just blinked.
but what I'm saying is this whole Red Table
Yeah,
Talk
Yeah,
thing.
rapidly, right?
It sounded like it was just girl talk to me. It sounded like it was just a
Oh.
bunch of girls talking, and if men were talking just at that red table, or men were just talking at a bar and just chilling out, and some people had cameras out there, and then 45 million people heard it, they will question some of the stuff that we would be saying too, right?
Probably.
Probably. So I really don't necessarily have a problem with it anymore because it's girl talk. I didn't have a problem with it initially.
Why do I hear a butt coming on?
The only but is because I think she's a very attractive, very beautiful. She was the epitome of what men wanted back in 2016
True.
based off of an article that came out that she put out.
Yeah.
Talking about how she wants to dress conservatively, but dress however she needs to dress for her man and keep it that way. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. She's obviously beautiful.
Right.
So back in 2016, she was getting attention. That's my logic. I'm like, yo, you was getting it.
But she may not have realized it, and then it's difficult to, I guess for her, it's difficult to distinguish respect from attention because
That I agree with.
You know what I
Especially
mean?
from someone that's close or you're around constantly.
right,
You agree with
It's-
what?
Hard to decipher.
Yeah.
Right, attention from respect. So it's like if a woman works or is around men constantly, but those men are respectful of her, they're not just like, yo, man, she
Right.
fly, and it's not, but they just respect her. She might not realize that they still might see her in an attractive way.
right.
Because they're
Right.
not the guys that are on the street that's like, yo, baby, you looking good tonight. They're showing her.
Those are lyrics or something.
You know?
Those are yo baby, yo
You
baby.
know what I'm saying? So it could be like she doesn't realize that these people that she's around constantly could be looking
Giving
at
her the
her.
side eye on the low. Yeah.
Is it the
Yeah.
struggle of her platform? I mean, is it like the struggle of who she's married to?
What?
Well, I think it's when you take it back to who she's married to. Now again, I don't follow them that well. I mean, of course I know who he is because my babe watches him. But the way, I guess she's weighing it by the men that are showing her respect and not being very vocal about, I guess, their attractiveness versus the women that are completely throwing themselves very outright, blatantly at her husband. There's a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
And it is an insecurity. Like a woman wants, women want to be attractive. We want to, a lot of women take pride in our appearance, right? We respect ourselves and we appreciate when someone appreciates our appearance.
Now, here's the other thing, because is it that Steph is getting all of that attention because women think he's attractive, or because he just signed a $200 million something contract and he plays in the NBA and he's a celebrity and all of that?
Both.
So that's what I'm saying, and that can you can't even, is like, that's like groupie.
I mean, but either
You know what I mean?
either way, I mean, what
It's
difference does it
attention
make?
still.
Right, it's attention
Okay.
is attention.
Okay.
So you
So
saying
what the basis is of the attention, I don't think really matters.
you think
Ah.
social media is the reason why she feels this way?
I
Based
feel,
off of likes, based off of followers, based off of all that? Because she said that it's an insecurity, right? But we also know that social media plays with us too about how we value ourselves and our self-worth based off of
Might be.
Instagram
How
posts
old is
sometimes.
she?
She's
30
30.
now?
She's 30.
I don't know if that would play. I don't know. I don't know if that plays. Well, 30, I guess, because I'm.
Yeah, that's me too.
But
So.
yeah, I guess 30 is an age where social media does play a big part. But I think that's how they evolved as a.
You don't think social media made her more insecure?
Well, you remember that meme
Or
that
makes
was
the girls
going
that we-
around with the.
because of her age is what I'm saying.
It was a
Yeah.
meme that was going around with it was a girl in the audience with like a Steph Curry jersey on, and she's giving them this look like
Oh yeah,
it's
I know
like
you're talking about.
Thanksgiving dinner or something like that. It was like all over the place, and
Have you seen that picture?
No.
yeah, people were like commenting like, "Oh, she looks better than his wife," and
Oh,
whatever.
no.
Like it was, it got kind of
It,
crazy.
did
So
get, it got sloppy.
Oh well.
I mean-
in that case, I mean.
now I understand you being insecure or having taken an issue with something like that because that's like disrespectful.
Yeah, absolutely.
But to
I mean, that could have definitely played a part in it.
yeah. The reason I got kind of confused is like at the very end of that clip, she says, it's not like I'm looking for it, but it would be nice to know it's out there. See, that logic for me because I'm just kind of A to B. I'm just like, huh?
Well,
What do you
that
mean?
logic, it's just so if she has an insecurity about that, it helps build her self image to get those compliments.
Okay.
So you know what I mean. So it's kind of like
Okay.
it's
So
just a self image builder. Like I've noticed a different for those that don't know me, I'm a natural hair girl. I wear my fros, I wear my puffs, I wear my twist outs, my braid outs, whatever. But if I'm out running errands or something along those lines, the attention that I get from men when I'm natural is different from the attention that I get from men when I straighten my hair.
how so?
The volume.
The more when your hair is straightened?
Yep.
Wow.
It's crazy. I mean, and I'm an attention. I like attention. And so I see where Ayesha comes from because I'm not an attention fiend. I don't require it. But when I'm in a relationship, like some people may consider me high maintenance, some people may not.
Right.
Right? I'm not the high maintenance type that requires you to pay all my bills, to buy me a new car, to give me red bottoms, to give me that type of high maintenance.
But hold on,
Right.
I'm gonna support.
I'm high maintenance, whereas my bae calls me 20 times a day, texts me all the time, sends me hearts and kisses.
Oh, how
gives me
lovely.
attention.
That's adorable.
He gives me a lot of attention.
Shout out to Big Al.
Yeah, but that's but I
You're
think-
making it hard for the rest of us, bro.
But attention, affection, appreciation is what most women want, though. So that's what I'm saying. I don't even think you have to preface that, right?
Right. Well, that's what I feel like. Even attention from other outsiders it just builds self-worth.
See, I think if this was back in 1996, this wouldn't be an issue
Why you say that?
because social media and Instagram blast This was done on Facebook. Like,
Yeah.
let's not forget where this
Yeah.
Right,
originated
true.
from.
Yeah.
This wasn't a Google. This wasn't like dial up when we hit
Right.
and we typed it up and we saw one little article.
Right.
This was on Facebook, number one. Facebook blew this joint way out of proportion or put it on blast for everybody. Instagram followers matter to pretty much all entertainers and anybody in that
Yeah, that's
industry.
true. That's a measuring stick.
They even have filters on all this stuff so that women and now men, they have you seen a filter now where men can look like women now?
Yeah, creepy. I'm good.
Snapchat.
Yeah, y'all
but
can keep that.
yeah, they got Snapchat. But what I am saying is they have all these filters now because image and how you're perceived is really
Right.
important.
How you see yourself is very important.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you go out and you're not feeling very good about yourself, but yet you get a compliment from a stranger that
Yeah.
could lift your spirits up for the day.
But
Uh-oh.
no uh-oh. The but came from is what you said. That insecurity versus what she said. I don't want it, but it'll be nice to have it. As a guy, when we hear that,
Yeah, it's just like what the. First of all,
Sure did.
if Ayesha Currys she's a beautiful woman.
but I get both mindsets.
No.
I do now.
No, watch this though. Now I'm gonna speak for the brothers.
Brothers don't want attention even if they got a youngin.
Dig this right here.
Go.
You married to the best shooter in the history of the darn NBA. What the hell can I say to you? I don't got nowhere close to $200 million in my bank account.
And then the article
How
came out.
can I even give you a compliment that's really gonna stick?
Really?
Yeah, because
Seriously.
we're not in that class. We're not in that class.
So what?
That's why they're saying.
Are you kidding
Because
me?
a compliment costs $200 million?
No, not that it costs.
We
$200
respect
million.
the fact that we would have no shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Because of the class that we're in.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
But you're also misinterpreting the fact of just giving a compliment and trying to get at her.
If somebody's going to give her a compliment, and in the
That's
back of their mind, they're saying, I'm trying to get at you.
What? I don't think that much.
Keep it above.
You don't think so?
I don't think so at all.
So,
I mean, you
Can a woman give a Steph Curry a compliment and try just be honest about that?
why couldn't
They
Why
could,
couldn't sit there
absolutely.
and
Oh,
say,
they could.
They could.
Okay.
Come on.
Look,
So if somebody gives,
wait a minute.
I'm just saying, people aren't as genuine. They have genuine mindsets, but genuine.
Motives and intentions.
Thank you. They're different. They're different. I come from a place now, honestly, I can give you a compliment without any expectation back.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that. But come on, man. If Steph Curry is standing, what's her name?
Ayesha?
Ayesha Curry.
Mhm.
Standing right over there. And I have the audacity to walk up to her
Mhm.
and just give her a compliment. I'm waiting for something in return. It could be a
No
thank you. It could be a
way.
picture. There's a hidden expectation behind all of these things. I
Okay,
think.
but a thank you, yeah, but you're not necessarily like that's crazy to me.
Yo, she just put her hands over her eyeballs.
Right,
So I didn't see the
because I'm just, it's just like you can't say a compliment because you don't feel as though you have anything on her husband.
in this particular case.
I mean, I
Patton-
personally don't feel like that.
Go
I'm
ahead,
just
Patton.
saying. I think that is a general consensus, though. It's like I think I heard this argument similar to it was like a comedian saying the same thing about like Michael Jordan. Like, how you date Michael Jordan's wife? Like, what? I'm wearing his shoes. Like, how can I compete with that? You know what I'm saying? So, is that kind of mindset? And unfortunately for Steph, I mean, it's
you
him
have
being
to
a-
see like she's right. He's a famous NBA
right,
player, right?
right.
So how much attention is he really able to give her when he's on the road? What, 85% of the time?
Hey, that's something they got.
Yeah.
That's a marriage
I
issue,
mean-
right? Travel. Yeah.
Right. So the fact that she can't even get like a compliment from anyone else.
Is it
when
because
her
men are
man's
scared?
out all over the place? I mean, huh?
Is it because men are scared to? Because they know that?
Or
they respect it?
or is it that men respect marriage a little bit more than women do?
Ooh, that's a whole nother. Say that one more time. I'm gonna write that down.
Men respect marriage a little bit more than women do.
Do men respect marriage more than women?
And I could be wrong. I'm just posing the question.
That's a good
I'm
question
Not,
to
I'm not
pose.
saying that that's true.
I'm gonna do some research on that one. You don't think men respect marriage more?
More?
Because we're staying away from her. In this
More.
case, she doesn't get the attention that she wants because men are staying away, meaning we respect what she has with.
Yeah, you
Steph
got
Curry.
babies is all up on TV and they cute.
And we're like,
all
oh,
that.
man.
She all wholesome and cooking in kitchens.
Yeah,
and
we can't mess
with
with that.
aprons
There's
and
nothing
all that.
there's nothing we could do.
Your husband on TV every other night shooting 3-pointers all crazy. Like
Splash
come
World
on.
all day. Like we can't mess with that. So we stay away because we know we respect what they have. Is that it?
And I feel bad for her.
You do?
Oh no. Oh no.
And you feel bad for
But
her.
why? But why?
Why do you feel bad for her?
Because you guys are allowing her husband to not even allow her to receive a sincere compliment.
We're not stopping.
Sincere, hey, I like your hair today, without having some
Oh,
method behind that.
wait. She might be getting those though.
Well, that's what I'm.
What is she really seeking?
Oh Lord.
No, I'm serious. Like we honestly
You
don't
walked
know.
into that one.
Like I
right?
said,
Right.
we honestly don't know what attention she's received at all. She might get some.
True.
Like, does she want somebody in her DMs? Did she say that in the interview?
She didn't say that.
Okay.
Well, not that I heard, because I didn't.
So,
see
like,
it.
what attention is she really seeking? Is it more than that, or does she want people on her Facebook post to like some of her pictures more, as opposed to just a single? Like, everything is running through social media. So does she want more hard eyes? Does she want more, yo, you look sexy, that type of stuff, as opposed to, hey, on the street? Because nobody gonna come up on her like that.
Nah. And you got to think about what her life is like. Like, that would be his, if she's around, that would be his teammates or people in the organization. Or, I mean, it's happened in the NBA before, but again, because of who he is and because of how their relationship is portrayed in the public eye and, his pedigree, his family, and all of that, it's like nobody's really going to cross those lines. And so if you're not getting it from the people that you kind of come into contact with every day, well, where are you going to get it from? And so that's why I agree with that whole, maybe it's a social media thing. I don't know. But where would she get it from anyway? Like, just, she's not walking down any street.
Right.
Like, so
Not
no.
pumping her own gas.
Right. You may go to the mall and somebody say, oh, hey, there's Ayesha Currys. She's,
Right.
So,
all right, but
so did we figure this out? It's about social media. What do you think? We'll give you the last words because we know you have to get out of here.
Me?
Yeah. No.
She's like, no. You're able to understand where she's coming from.
I understand
So,
where she's coming from.
but would you agree that is more than, like, where would she get attention from? That's my last question.
Right.
Where would she get it from?
I hear where you're coming from
Yeah.
because of her surroundings.
Right.
She wouldn't be within the public to even
Right.
receive.
So she wants to get hit up more on Instagram. Boom.
Oh,
She want to post some pictures up, and she doesn't want to. Does she not want to wear the conservative stuff as much anymore?
I don't think.
Oh,
See that part. I don't
no,
think. No, I don't
no,
think
no.
that's it.
Why? Because she can't get the.
I don't know. I'm just posing
Gotta
questions. I love
post
every.
pictures,
I
raw
love
pictures, something
everything
to
that
get
she represents.
attention.
I love everything she represents.
Me too.
She's a wife. She has kids. She's family oriented, or seems to be. She's got an entrepreneurial. She's got a cooking show.
Mhm.
I love all those aspects and qualities, and I hope I have that someday in a wife.
Yeah, awesome.
But when you make a comment about, and the only thing left, because we said like your realm is different than our realm,
Yeah.
is social media.
Yeah.
So I guess she just wants a few more likes and a few more heart emojis. Oh, he's coughing. You okay?
Couldn't wait.
I was waiting.
Almost
Once I saw
got
you
through
turn
the whole
away, I
show.
was like, it's game on. But
Almost got through the whole show.
I mean, I think that he, with her saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but she said, what did she say? She said that in comparison to what he's receiving,
Right.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
So-
she did say that.
with women completely throwing themselves at him, she kind of wants to be verified as far as like, where do I, like, clearly I stand as your wife, but physically, with all these women who have all of this bodies that have been altered, and faces that have been altered and hair, whatever the case may be, I like to still know
That's fine.
that I'm still
And let's keep it 100%. I watched the whole table talk. That was just a clip that we took from there, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it
so
was
I didn't
good.
watch it.
So I've watched the whole
Amazing.
thing, and she was even talking about that. How that's pretty much what she said. What you just said too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. And then she was just talking about when she's out with Steph. Steph doesn't. He's just nice to everybody. So
Yeah.
she's sitting there on the side, just saying like, "Yo, like, like."
Why
are
you
you-"
so nice?
And then she inserts her. Yeah, but
Mhm.
she said he's just genuinely like that.
Right.
So then sometimes she inserts herself to let some of the other women know, like, hey, But most people know. So all I'm saying is, it's not easy.
Right.
It doesn't seem like it's easy for her, but the attention, I think if she got a little bit more attention on Instagram, everything would be calmed down. I think everybody.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
So you're
Driving
just
to that
hell
Instagram
bent on them DMs.
Yeah. Slide in her DM. She be
Right.
all right.
I think she'd be okay.
CBI,
I think
you
so.
know what?
And like I said, I know
I guess she's 30, so I guess that is the age of the.
Hey.
They did grow up in the social media.
That's
era,
true.
Which
That is true.
the amount of followers you have defines you or something like that.
What was funny about it though, his mom was sitting right next to her, and she kind of cut her eye like, Oh, shut the hell.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh, hey,
Oh, see, I didn't see it.
I gotta look back at
but
it.
my thing is, she's blessed because his mom went through that, with
And
his
she
father.
talked about it too on the table
Yeah,
talk.
his
She talked
father.
about it
His
heavy.
father. They say went through the same thing.
Because she's married to the Pop, who was one of the best shooters. And if I recall correctly, she said that he was on the road a lot of times, but social media wasn't around. But you know, sometimes when she wanted some attention, and she understood completely what at least she's talking about.
she's
super bad.
oh my God, I can't imagine. See,
Yeah, she's
Can't
pretty.
imagine.
I can't imagine either. And then, but so like I said, I watched the whole thing just to make sure we do our best not to misconstrue anything or because they can take one clip and just run with that. And that's what happened.
And that's what happened in this case, right?
And that's why I just said in the last part, it's kind of just women talk.
Right.
That we was privy to get involved and listen to on that table talk.
But I feel
it was 6
I feel
women.
you, girl.
Okay.
All right, so the women's sticking together on this one.
Yeah, I'm
however
sticking
wrong.
With my ladies. I'm sticking with my ladies.
So we wanted to say thank you to Amber. She was doing something, and then we called her in, and
shout out to the champ.
Like she took the time to help us with this and provide her perspective, which we're grateful for. We're short on time, so that's why we're getting out of
And
here.
I believe she said she is going to come back on. I did hear that. I did.
You
Yeah.
have that somewhere?
Isn't it?
It's right. You see where he's pointing. But nah, so thank you very much. And like all we ask you to do is just refer a friend. Please give us those reviews. We're in Honduras. And I saw someplace in Norway now.
Honduras?
Somebody listening to us in Norway.
Wow.
So let's keep the votes up. Let's keep everything going. It all starts with you. Service over self. Accountability needs to be brought back. But we're gonna bring Miss Rawls back as well. So
this is fun.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good.
This is fun.
What are our platforms, real quick, Pat, before we get out?
Again, we are on iTunes. You can get us on Spotify. You can get us on Google Play, Stitcher, Podbean.
instantgrits.podbean.com. That's our hosting site.
And also Podcast Addict.
Okay. Alrighty. So like I said, we got our squat challenges. We got a lot of stuff to do this week. So everybody stay safe. Thanks for giving.
Squat challenges.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to text. You're in the group chat, so you're gonna have to text us at least when you've done them.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah,
it's easy. Or you can do push-ups. Do you want to do push-ups or squats?
No.
You got no. You do them squats upstairs and then sleep. You kidding me?
So then that's perfect. And I'm here every day, so I'll be following up. Okay.
That accountability. Get the women accountable. You want men to look at you and give you compliments? Hit them squats.
Accountability. It all starts with yourself. Make moves, move markets. God bless. We out.
Believe bigger, faster, y'all. Next time.